Meaning from the days of Adam up until the coming of Jesus, nobody knew about this mystery. And so that whole era was called ages past. That was the era where man depended on his intelligence and his willpower to get ahead in life. That era, the full essence of God's possibility was not realized in man. So man could not carry the glory of God. In fact, Romans 3:23 said he had sinned and he had fallen from the glory of God. So there is before the ages where your destiny was scripted. Then there was ages past in God's dealing with man, where man tried to do the biddings of God with his human ability, and everyone failed. Then after that age, a present age was activated, where God decided to visit the realm of men so that he could live through men. So in the current age that we are in, we are not to labor by our abilities and our strength. We are to labor by the strength of God on our inside. So Philippians 2:13 said, it is God that worketh in us, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Paul speaking in Philippians 4:13, he said, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. So you see that the era had changed. Before now, man didn't have the vast resources of divinity to explore. He couldn't draw from the realm of God to have an advantage in his realm. He was literally living like an animal, although the highest among animals, but still an animal. But a new age has been instituted where the definition of man is no longer man of man, but man of God. Meaning that in this era, divinity is manifested through humanity. So man can now exhibit capabilities beyond his mental power. God does not expect him to throw his mind away, but God expects him to live beyond the realm of mind if need be, because now he has the vast resources of divinity to tap from. This age is what the Bible calls the age of the kingdom, or the age of grace, the age where God lives out through men. And when you study your Bible, you are going to find that in Colossians chapter 1 verse 26, Paul said, Christ in you is the hope of glory. So this is the age where God lives through men. Paul said, henceforth know we no man after the flesh. So like I teach my people, you can learn, you can study, develop your mind, develop your body, exercise, rest, eat well, go to the gym, go to school, learn all of the science, the physics, the chemistry, learn all of the philosophy you can learn. But remember that when things overwhelm men, there is a higher level. There is the divine level that you can switch into, because it is not science in your mind that is the hope of glory. It is Christ in you that is the hope of glory, because you have come into an age, and that is how God plans to deal with humanity. You know, the problem with this age is that Satan is still at work here, because when he received the Adamic authority, he gave him license to function on the earth. So anybody who does not tap into the plan of God for this age will be a puppet in the hands of Satan. If you study Galatians chapter 1 verse 4, the Bible calls this present age an evil age. So the only way you can realize kingdom in this age is for God to live through you. No matter how vast you are mentally, you will still be a slave of a spirit. So it's your choice either to choose God walking through you to bring out glory, or allow Satan use you to self-destruct, either in this life or in the life that is to come.